Coming up, one man is dead and another is injured after a shooting in Rapid City. We have the latest on the investigation.
Plus, how a busy weekend of bull riding and music went at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. Good morning, this is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day. We're
learning more about a shooting in Rapid City that left one man dead and another injured. 20-year-old Jesus Vance of Rapid City was found shot to death at the South Dakota Rose Inn on Friday afternoon. Another man was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Rapid City police have arrested 3 people involved in the shooting. Authorities are still looking for 2 suspects, 32-year-old Tracy Laughlin and 35-year-old Travis Nelson, both of Rapid City. Anyone with information of their whereabouts should contact the police immediately. A 32-year-old Iowa woman is waking up behind bars this morning after police say she took cigarettes from a convenience store. Investigators say the burglar alarm went off early Monday morning at the store near 41st and Kiwanis. When police arrived, they saw a woman walking away with multiple packs of cigarettes.
Officers arrested Sarah Barnes of Dune, Iowa for burglary and theft. Police believe another person was in the store. Investigators are not sure how they got into the convenience store. A first-of-its-kind scam got an employee from a Sioux Falls business to give them $3,600 in Bitcoin. Sioux Falls police say Friday afternoon an employee from a business on the east side of Sioux Falls received a phone call from someone claiming to be a regional manager.
The person on the phone was able to convince the employee to take $3,600 from the business and then go to a kiosk and buy Bitcoin.
I don't think the employee necessarily knew the regional manager, but recognized the name and at least the first name. So what we want people to do is just to verify. It's the same thing with any scam.
Police say this isn't a new scam, but this is one of the first times it has happened in the area.
Turning to weather now, temps are cooling this week in KELOLAND.
Let's see how cool they could get with meteorologist Scott Munch. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, you two. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at temperatures to remain below average, probably for the next several days, as by the time we get into Sunday, the second half of the weekend, the average high temperature is at 60 degrees. Right now, we are looking at temperatures by then, probably in the middle to upper 50s. And that will be the warmest day we do have going in our 7-day forecast. Otherwise, cold and windy today, a couple of scattered flurries here and there. I mentioned the weekend. And then cool next week. Temperatures probably in the 40s and 50s for highs. I'll have more details on the KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thanks, Scott. South Dakota crossed a big milestone in the fight against the pandemic. More than 50% of the state's population have received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Nearly 36% of South Dakotans have completed their vaccinations.
Sanford Health also announced it's offering COVID-19 vaccinations without an appointment at its vaccination center in Sioux Falls. Sanford will be accepting walk-ins from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. today through Thursday at its vaccination center located inside Sanford Imaginetics. You don't have to be a Sanford Health patient to receive the vaccine from Sanford, but you do need to be a South Dakota resident. Health officials in Minnesota say anyone who attended a wrestling tournament in Sioux Falls earlier this month should get tested for COVID-19 and watch for symptoms. On Monday, the Minnesota Department of Health released a statement saying they've linked 16 confirmed cases to the event, which featured multiple thousands of wrestlers along with spectators.
Minnesota Youth Wrestling Championships were held at the Sioux Falls Arena and Convention Center from March 31st through April 3rd. The Minnesota Department of Education is also alerting schools around the state to watch for potential cases.
That news comes as the Denny Sanford Premier Center comes off a busy weekend that brought good crowds, according to the general manager.
The entertainment venue hosted PBR Friday through Sunday and a concert in the arena on Saturday.
It was a throwback to old times when we had multiple things going on here at the facility, and people were ready and having a good time. And I think, again, overall, it was a overwhelming success.
Cruson says Saturday's PBR competition had the highest attendance of the 3 days with well over 5,000 people. The concert brought in more than 4,000. The Sioux Falls Food Co-op is making exciting changes to its current store.
The co-op will be adding 8,000 square feet to its current location, as well as indoor dining spots for shoppers.
When the plan started for an expansion, we reached out to owners to kind of see what they were looking for the most, and it was a definite demand as far as our fresh food offerings, as well as the seating area.
The store will remain open during construction, which is expected to be completed in May.
Parts of central Sioux Falls will look a lot cleaner this week thanks to Operation Nice and Operation Keep. The spring cleanup project allows people to throw out almost anything except household garbage.
Homeowner Kelly Clausen says he likes the fact that he can toss things that are hard to dispose of, like tires and mattresses.
I've been waiting for it to happen in our neighborhood for a while, and it's really good. I really appreciate the city doing this on account of the fact that there's so many people who would take this stuff and dump it in the ditches and the roadways.
It feels great. I like being out here helping out these people. It's a good gig. Oh yeah.
City crews will be done removing debris on Wednesday or Thursday. Junk is taken down to the city shop where it's run through a grinder and then hauled out to the landfill.
And that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, cool weather continues today. Northwest winds 20 to 40 behind this area of low pressure, which is still parked in northern Minnesota, spinning away. That's pivoting a few more additional spots of snow on radar. A lot of that is pretty light stuff, but every once in a while you'll see some of that in the air here, especially into southwest and west central Minnesota. Sioux Falls might get a couple flurries out of it with the wind and the cold temperatures. A lot of that, though, will tend to dissipate tonight. That area of low pressure will weaken tomorrow, and then we focus our attention to the west. A new batch of snow coming into Wyoming and Colorado. That system, too, will likely affect western South Dakota Thursday into Friday, and that will spread in some accumulating snow, especially into western Nebraska. Another good amount of moisture coming in for the Cornhusker State. They've been the recipients of quite a bit of that the last 30 to 45 days, and they're going to chalk up another system the way it looks. It looks like Sioux Falls area might get a couple of showers on Friday, but the weekend forecast tends to dry out and moderate a little bit. We're still below normal, but we can get into the 50s. That'll be a win. All right, 45 today, Mitchell, your forecast there. That gusty breeze from the northwest will continue that wind in Pierre and Rapid City. Lows tonight, middle and upper 20s with a little less wind anticipated, 10 to 20 from the northwest. And likewise, tomorrow we'll see the winds tamer here, a little bit better, 10 to 20. Highs a little bit warmer as well, 47 Sioux Falls, close to 50 on Thursday. Again, kind of fighting these clouds, and it looks like Friday's forecast a chance of a shower, but at least a chance of getting into the 50s this weekend. But I don't think it's going to get much warmer than that. In fact, if anything, it may cool again early next week. We're getting signals of that on day 7. Shows up in the Aberdeen 7-day forecast. A couple of 20% chances of light precipitation Thursday, maybe another round this weekend. But at this point in time, we're electing to keep the amounts pretty low. I think for Pierre as well, we could get a glancing shot of moisture by Thursday into Friday with that system. And then also watching Rapid City, a little better chances of rain and snow Thursday and Friday. More coverage, of course, online here at KELOLAND.com, and have a great day.